Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin. Welcome to the Tony Harvin Network YouTube channel. If you like, hit that subscribe button listed right here. After you hit the subscribe button, if you want to receive all notifications of videos that come out on this YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and select all after you hit the notification bell. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. We're here to talk about a story that I came across today. 63-year-old priest, a so-called pastor, marries a 12-year-old girl. You know what I mean? This here is in the news with Tony Harvin. You know, do remember my disclaimer. I'm not a pastor, preacher. I don't hold any type of office in the church, so please do not lay claims of those titles on me. We're not here to violate any type of community guidelines, any type of copyright infringement at all. So we on here a little bit early today to talk about this news story. A 63-year-old priest, 63 years of age, marries a 12-year-old girl. All right. Henry Ross states that 63-year-old predator and not even a pimp. And most definitely not a preacher, just straight up a predator. You said, I hope Snake seen this due to him speaking that you cannot be 60 or 63-year-old freak. But this is beyond being a freak. This is just sick. He says, we are definitely in the last days. Absolutely. DeMarcus, what's up? He says, now we all know that it's real. Absolutely. Absolutely, for sure. So we're going to share the screen right quick. So this is from the Daily, what is it, Daily News or New York Post? This is from the New York Post out there in New York. The story came out not too long ago. Excuse me on the pop-ups. The pop-ups is going to come up on his website. You know, I don't like it. All right. But it reads, 12-year-old girl who married high priest, taken into police protection. Police protection. It said 12-year-old girl who married to a 60-year-old high priest has been placed under police protection in Guyana. All right. I'm just going to call this guy, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Numor. Tesoro, the spiritual leader in the area of the Guyana, wed the unidentified child in a huge ceremony on Saturday. So the man married a 12-year-old girl on Saturday, 63 years of age. Forgive me if I can't pronounce these words, these names out there in Africa, no point intended, and things like that. You know what I mean? Of course, in America, we got names like Tyrone, Timothy, Tony. You know, we can read that. But this name here, tough to read. You understand? All right. It says footage of the nuptials was shared by a local news channel and showed the young girl in a simple white dress and a matching headpiece. Her new husband was also seen placing a green wreath on her head. There you go right there. Images of the wedding ceremony, which were attended by many in the priest's community, triggered a public outcry by many Guyanese who pointed out the practice was illegal. So this is the 63-year-old priest and the 12-year-old girl. What interest does a 60-year-old man have in a 12-year-old little girl? What interest? You understand? All right. What's up, the born again believers? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. What's up to Sister Claire? Hope all is well with you. You said, I'm glad the police got involved. Thank God. What's up to Linsworth? You said, how can this be? I believe it. 63-year-old priest, 12-year-old girl surprised. Sister Claire says, happens in Islam also. Wow. What's up to Gino P? You says, peace, Tony Harvin, and everyone in the chat. My day off, and you dropped the video early. That's what's up. I'm off too. You know, it's good. What's up to Odan? What up, what up, what up? Shout out to you. What's up to Valerie Stewart? You says, how could Somebody had wrote another comment. I think I missed. I'm trying to find it. Okay. Henry Ross, you said just like Duell have gotten himself to more young girls, not even an older woman like his wife. In fact, she's still his only wife. Dudes like Duell are pedos. So you're talking about, he's talking about Charles Duell, a so-called preacher. Somebody sent me a link in my Gmail. I believe it was last week. They sent me a link. I don't watch Duell's videos, but somebody said, listen, go check it out. You know what I mean? That's his wife right here. That's his new wife. They married back in November or something like that. There's a video with him lifting weights. And when the person sent it, I'm just like, okay, the man lifting weights. But, in the middle of the video, a young girl appeared. I thought that was his daughter. I really thought it was his daughter. But he called her baby in a way as if she's mine. And, people confirmed it that I believe the person in the email told me that one of his preachers gave over his daughter to Charles Duell. All right, we're going to share that right now. So we on this video right here, Charles Duell. I guess he called himself, he wanted to put a video of him lifting weights and whatnot. Listen, Tony Harvin put up exercise videos and whatnot. Now everybody want to do it now. Okay, you can lift 385. That's fine. But muscles don't win fights. I will say that. Muscles don't win fights. I don't care if you can lift 1,000 pounds. That don't win fights at all. But this right here, they told me this was Charles Duell's wife. This looked like a little girl. You understand? And like you said, pedos like him are out here. A little girl? And Charles Duell, according to his video, he states that he's 57 years of age. This girl got to be no more than, I could be wrong. You understand? I could be wrong. But she looks very, very young. Very young. What real man is going to get a daughter over to another man at the age of 57? And you feel comfortable about that? You understand? All right. So shout out to that person who sent me that video of Charles Duell. You're right. He's another pedophile. He's another one. You got a whole wife. You got a whole wife. He had to get 3 or 4 more, and young ones too. He going out. Listen, he going after the young ones. All right. Back to the story at hand. Let me get to some more comments. Sister Claire says, a pervert. What's up to Beverly Palmer? You said it's been said that the Prophet Muhammad married a 9-year-old also. The Prophet Muhammad. Let me see if I can find that. Prophet Muhammad marries 9-year-old. Look that up right quick. So if you're talking about this story right here, where it mentions that, it says classical sources converge on Aisha being 6 or 7 years of age at the time of her marriage and 9 at the consummation. Her age has been a source of, what is that? Ideological friction. Age 9 years of age. What grown man would want to consummate a marriage or get married or have any type of interest with a 9-year-old? These are grown men out here. A 12-year-old? Listen, all them beautiful women out there, 30, 35, you know what I mean? And they put together, man. You understand? They is put together. What would make a grown man turn his eyes away and go to a 9-year-old or a 12-year-old? All that thickness out there, let's keep it real. All that thickness out there, and they rather go to a 9-year-old or a 12-year-old. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. All right. What's up to William Shepard? What up? What up? What up? You said saw this article on this. What country is this? Ghana. It's in Ghana. All right. Then where it says that is great granddaughter he married. Williams stated that run, girl, run as far as you can. He says Duell is definitely like 30 years older than her. What's up to Charles Black? You said this man is a sick. You said this man is a sick individual. The people that were there during this so-called marriage are also sick. I agree. I agree with you on that one. You know, for those who were there cheering the marriage on, I definitely agree with that. What's up to William? Once again, all right? So I definitely agree with you. You know, what people would allow. Why would you allow a 12-year-old? You would sit there and watch a ceremony of a 12-year-old and a 63-year-old man get married. You know what I mean? And then you got to think about them consummating whatever you said, however you say that word. You got to think about that nonsense of a 63-year-old man. I'm pretty sure this is not the first time something like this happened. It happens all the time. Like some of y'all mentioned Islam. You know what I mean? A lot of them do it in the Hebrew Israelites and all types of other cultures and religions and things like that. And they're fine with that. They're fine with having a 60-year-old guy marry a 10-year-old, marry a 12-year-old and whatnot. All right. Gino, you says, does the article say what religion is that? Let me look it up right quick. Let me look it up. All right. Child marriage was explicitly criminalized in Ghana as a part of the Children's Act in 1998. It doesn't say. I don't really see it. Let me see if we can look it up on Google right quick. Let me look up the name right fast. You know what I mean? Just look up his religion, religious beliefs, and it says a spiritual leader, traditional, known as. It doesn't say. I don't see it too much. I don't see it. You know, if anybody find that information on what religion was this guy, because these articles is not showing it much. All right, on Google. Henry says, what's wrong with Duell's wife? For he would want 2 more but young girls. Well, a lot of them fellas out there, they try to justify, they try to manipulate the scriptures to try to justify, you know, that they can have more than one wife. You know what I mean? Listen, I get it. Even a lot of us guys, when we was in our playing days, when we had a lot of chicks, you know what I mean? We had a Chicktionary. We had about 10 to 15 girls, numbers in there. We still knew that was wrong. How is it in our younger years, we knew it was wrong, but yet it still felt right? And these guys are so-called preachers, and they try to manipulate the scriptures to make it seem like it is right. Now, you know something wrong there. All right? What's up, the Bible Battle? Shout out to you. What's up, the Gladys? Just straight facts. Linworth says, this man have no sense. He gets mad. You talking about Charles Duell? Let's go back to the picture. So we're talking about 2 things at one time. But the whole foundation is grown men dating and marrying young women. You know, 57 years of age. And you have interest in a little girl like this? This is a little girl. This is like a baby right here. You understand? Listen, if I'm outside, you know, I feel like I want to kick my game to a female. If the coast was clear, I'm not going to want to rap to this little girl. You know what I mean? I'm like, she cute, but she too young for me. You know, you know what I mean? No, not at all. No interest at all. None. Listen, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. You said she looks 20. This 23 is still young, man. I wouldn't be interested, man. I mean, maybe that's his whole own personal thing or whatever the case may be. But 23, 20, 21, I thought she looked like she was around 18, man. You know? All right. What's up, the finally aware? He says, my 12-year-old twins are not ready to marry anyone. You know, in those cultures and those places out there, they'll have the young girls marrying earlier age than that, which is a sad thing. I don't know what parents would think that an 8-year-old is ready to marry a grown man. I don't know what parents out there. You understand? All right. You says, who was the man that gave over his baby to Dwell because he should be arrested? And just imagine to the father of this little girl right here, right? They've been going to Dwell's church for a while. So obviously Dwell was watching her. Obviously. You know what I mean? Let's just say she is 23. They've been going to the church for a very long time, I'd say. You know what I mean? The preacher, well, so-called preacher, was under Dwell and still is under Dwell. You know what I mean? So it's like, you a grown man, you looking at this little girl. You have an interest in wanting to get with her, wanting to marry her. That's the part right there. You know what I mean? A female could be going to a church for a long time. She could be 25. The pastor could be 70. They could get married. All right, she's of age to marry, but how long has he been looking at her? You know what I mean? Was he looking at her when she was 12 years of age and he happened to wait? You understand? That's the sick part of if he was looking at that little girl, she's 25 right now, hypothetically speaking, but before she was 12. A lot of them do that. They wait till they get a certain age. But guess what? Guess what, Mr. So-called preacher? You was looking at her for a very long time. You know what I mean? Bible Battle says 20 still have a young mindset. Absolutely. Appreciate that, Sion. Bible Battle says men in their 30s are sin the warrior stage of life. What's up to Linda? He says hate everybody, straight predator, and people love using culture to try and justify their own sick desires. Absolutely. I agree with you on that one. You know what I mean? And, you know, a lot of them are very good at manipulating the scriptures. And a lot of people will fall for the okie doke upon that, as you stated. All right. Gladys says, some things is not right. The girl maybe look to move on. It can also be for the money. You said it could be for the money. Interesting. All right. Linworth, you mentioned that there's other lady. Why choose to marry a little child? She's is not even a teenager yet. It's a good point right there. You know what I mean? A lot of them, find little girls very interesting, in which me personally, I really don't know why. You know what I mean? Time and time again, that raises a question. Why? Bible Battle states that he says Hollywood is notorious. You said Hollywood is notorious for marrying younger women. You says maybe rituals. God owns the whole world. You says maybe rituals. What's up to 6? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. So that raises the question. Why would a grown man like that? There's a lot of sick people, a lot of sick predators in the pulpit right now. A lot of them out there. And there's going to be more stories like this. What's up to G Swole? Shout out to you. He says, what up, everybody? So America is really looking at a pedophile as a normal person now. Well, this is in Ghana. This is in Ghana. You know? But I wouldn't put it past you on that comment and what have you. You know? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that's engaging in acts like this. And, you know, the members sweep it underneath the rug. And what have you, because you know, some of y'all mentioned, there's some people, cultures, and religions that they go by these type of things. Oh, it's okay to marry a 9-year-old. It's okay to marry a 5-year-old. You know what I mean? Like Gino P, you mentioned the prophet. That's a sick thing, man. That's sick. You understand? Kingdom says men like little girls so they can groom them. I've heard that one before. I've heard that one, but it's a sick mind. Like I said, all this thickness out here, man. You go outside, you go to Walmart. You know what I mean? You go to Target. You bound to see something you interested in. You bound to see something. Caramel skin, pretty face, nice body, modest apparel, if that's what you into. Ratchet, if that's what you into. Gothic, if that's what you into. Punk rocker, if that's what you into. Grown women. But if you interested in a 9-year-old just because you want to groom them, that's sick, man. You're laughing at thickness. I'm serious, man. You know, some of us fellas, we like thickness. Let's keep it real. I like thickness. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't want no milk and pancakes, man. You understand? I don't want that. But some guys like milk and pancakes. Some guys just like nothing. Other guys like, you know, thickness. A little something. You know what I mean? A little something. All right? Not too much. You don't want a buffet now. You know what I mean? You want like a, you know, ultimate feast from Red Lobster. You don't want the whole buffet and all that. You know? All right? Linda says the money part can be true because people do it to become citizens. Places like Ghana does stuff like that under ancestors worship. Ancestors worshiping, witchcraft, demonic, and whatnot. Henry Ross states that they manipulate the scriptures because of their father, the devil, did it already when he was thrown out of heaven, and somehow took a third of the angels with him, and they are locked up in darkness. Kingdom says definitely it is sick. Those are babies. Absolutely. What's up to D Nicole? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. All right. G Squo. He says, do you think one of the reasons why older men get with little girls because they never had a chance with a little girl when they were little boys? Well, like somebody mentioned, you know, a lot of grown men, they go after these young girls so they can groom them. You understand? Well, I don't know too much of that part because we talked about talking to women like a couple of conversations ago and what have you. But for the most part, a lot of those men, you know, they want to groom those little girls and what have you. You know what I mean? All right. He says, what's that's true? What's up, the bricklayer? Shout out to you. You said looks don't matter to me. Well, looks matter to me. You understand? Listen, I don't want to be looking at no retribution looking woman. I'm sorry. I'm keeping it real, man. You know what I mean? Attraction is important, but it's not everything. Get that. Attraction is important, but not everything. You know what I mean? Of course, personality in the heart and absolutely the soul, you know what I mean, counts more. I get it. But we're human beings. It's a part of human nature. Okay, I'm attracted to her. I'm not attracted to her. You know what I mean? The not attractive woman may treat me better, right? Okay, that's cool. Then I may fall for her. But for the most part, what's a part of human nature is attraction. You know what I mean? Some people, looks don't matter to them. Cool, that's fine. It's a preference. It's all a preference. There's nothing wrong if looks don't matter to a person. That's fine. But if looks do matter to a person, that's fine. You know what I mean? It's just a preference at the end of the day. Some men like skinny women. Some men like big women. Some men like, you know what I mean, medium size. Some like midgets. You know what I mean? Hey, whatever floats your boat, it's all good. You says beauty is skin deep, but ugly is to the bone. Well, I mean, that's your opinion. Cool not scripture, cool quote. But I mean, that's your preference. I can't knock that. I gotta respect what you think about that. You know what I mean? I gotta respect that. Oh man. All right. He said the question, man. I guess you're talking about G4. Gladys said she'll leave when he starts putting on Pampers. Bricklayer says he has to those people of darkness. He said the man said milk and pancakes. I'm rolling. You know what I mean? Keeping it real. You got to keep it real. You know, a lot of people want to be, and I'm not pinpointing nobody on here. A lot of people want to be holier than thou. Well, I don't care about looks. I don't care how she look, man. Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. You understand? Yeah, okay. Over here, you got to look decent. You know what I mean? You got to look decent. You know? And any woman who's striving for God and whatnot, they know how to keep themselves, you know what I mean, decent, modest, not all sloppy looking and things like that. That's what I'm mainly talking about also. Somebody who keep up with their hygienes and whatnot, keep themselves neat, well, hair nice, breath smelling good, wash up, take a shower, bath, breath smell good, you know, things like that. Now, don't tell me you want to wake up to a woman or you're interested in a woman who don't keep herself up to par. You know what I mean? Those are factors of beauty too. Factors of beauty too is a woman in God. That's the number one factor to beauty. A woman in God, right there. You understand? All right. He said, that's right. Some ladies, we like a nice, built, handsome, tall man. Yeah, whatever. You understand? Well, whatever. Aaron Ross says, what scriptures are they plagiarizing to manipulate himself of thinking it's okay to marry a 12-year-old? Wow, that's a good point right there. Straight facts. You said the movie Color Purple, and seeing that was in the movie, how did he die on top of me? I'm not wishing nobody to die, but well, I haven't seen a movie Color Purple since I was a kid, maybe a baby. So I can't really remember the details to that movie. You know what I mean? I really can't remember. It said, do you think attraction should be equal instead of her being attracted to you only? You says doing stuff for you to make you attracted to her. When I don't think that's real attraction. I'm gonna reread that. Do you think attraction should be equal instead of her being attracted to you only? Doing stuff for you to make you attracted to her. When I don't think that's real attraction. Well, I mean, some people, it all depends. It all depends. You understand? I may be attracted to a woman, but this man may not be. You know what I mean? That's all on you or those two people who are talking with each other. I really can't give a direct answer on that. Because what I'm into, you know, he may not be into. You know what I mean? Or what she's into, that other woman may not be into. All right. He said looks matter to me. All right. Bible Battle says, I don't care about looks when I was younger. Now I'm looking for a companion, sharing things in common. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. I respect that. You know, that's fine. Well, listen, it's a whole lot of, you know, women out there. All right. But of course, we got to choose wisely. That's another thing. Choosing wisely, being intelligent about it. I get it. All right. Born Again Believer says, I've read that some U.S. politicians are saying that paraphernalia should be considered sexual orientation. What? Wow. Sion says, but most of the women in the church are hoochies. Outside of the church, they don't make good for wives. You know what? I agree with you on that one. That I agree with you on. This is a good point right here. Most of the women in the church are hoochies outside of church. They don't make for good wives. I agree with you. Based upon experiences, I agree with you. You understand? All right. It said I like short men who can protect. Valerie says definitely have to keep the breath right. I went on a date with a guy who was very handsome, but his turned it bad. I was done. You said his turned. What do you mean by that? You're looking for a woman who can run fast. What? Bricklayer. He says, I don't get it. 63 with a 12-year-old. How does blend in? How's the girl's family are looking for money? It's in some cultures, man. It's in some cultures. And I'm not justifying it at all. It's a sick thing. For sure. But this stuff been going on for a very, very long time. You know, as Gino P mentioned the Prophet Muhammad. And I believe, was you talking about Elijah Muhammad at Gino P? Let me know. All right. I mean, was you talking about was you talking about Elijah Muhammad also? All right. G Swole, excuse me. Linda says, G Swole, no, that's crazy. That's straight perversion for a man to want to be with a child. Got you on that one. Oh, you said his bad breath turned it bad. Okay. Henry Ross says, wise is good, but all that look stuff stays in the bedroom after marriage. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, for sure. You know what I mean? The Victoria's Secret, the this, the that. That's all for the bedroom. You're right. When you're married. You know what I mean? I don't think no woman should go out a certain way. You know, you got booty shorts on and you're married. I don't care if you're going to the car to go get something. No. You know what I mean? Because the woman is a reflection of her husband, right? I want to be respected. I don't want my wife, hypothetically speaking, when it happens, I don't want her going outside dressing any old type of way. You know what I mean? And you got these creeps out here looking like, wow, man, ooh, wow, look, You got a lot of creeps out there like that. And then I'm in a tussle with somebody. You understand? I'm in a tussle with somebody. All right? You laughing. Kingdom says, when I prioritize holiness, all that extra superficial things don't matter. Attraction is important, but having a godly biblical spouse is everything, based on their fruit and not just words. I agree. Definitely agree with you for sure. You know what I mean? It's definitely preferred a godly biblical spouse, which is hard in these days, and vice versa. It's tough. Let's keep it real. All right. Somebody came on here the other day and says churchmen like ratchet women. I think that was La Original. Was that her? Churchmen like ratchet women. Sion says Muhammad married when she was 12 years of age. Islam. All right. William says, yikes, old enough to be her great-great-grandfather. He says, no, the Prophet Muhammad from, what is that? From a different area. Okay, got you. He said he married Isha at 12, the Prophet Muhammad. He groomed her at 8 years of age. Bricklayer says, that's child abuse and the guy has to be a pedophile. Valerie says, I don't understand why a grown man want a child. What's wrong with a woman of age? Yeah, that's what we're saying. A woman of age. All right. Bible Battle says the prophet blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, did the marriage contract with her, was 6 years, and that he consummated the marriage with her when she was 9 years of age. 9 years old, Prophet Muhammad consummate a marriage with a 9-year-old? What? What sick man would even think about it? What interest would a grown man have interest in a 9-year-old to even think of such a thing like that? 9 years of age, man, that's crazy. Sexy Red? Sexy Red? Oh, no. No way. Now, that's ratchetness right there. Sexy Red? That's ratchetness right there. What's up to Jonah? Shout out to you. He says, was able to catch this before work. He says, greetings. Wonderful. Glad you caught it. William says, I hope to God they did not kiss. He says, girl probably vomited in her mouth. Wow. Wow. Are you laughing, huh? I mean, listen, Sexy Red, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, pure ratchetness. You know what I mean? Pure. All right, let's go back to this video right here. Check this out with Mr. Duell.
My wife up here about to lose her shit. Damn, took me a while to get that up though, didn't it?
And you did it.
Hey.
I'm very, very, very proud.
Did you get it?
Mm-hmm.
All of it?
Yes.
That was impressive.
Man, ain't where I thought it was. Damn it. That's 385 Israel. All right, so now I'm gonna get to working out. Hallelujah. All right, hey babe, I noticed when I went back and looked at the replay.
So somebody, like I was saying earlier, somebody sent me this video, man. And they stated that that was his new wife or something like that. You know what I mean? So you got creeps out here, like I mentioned earlier. They see a young girl in the church. Well, how old is she? Well, she's 13. Then in their minds, well, I'm going to wait till she get older. But they still have that sick interest in the little girl at that young age. You know what I mean? He said, look at him struggle. Henry Ross says, not every man in church got God on their mind. That's why they're focusing on sinner girls, aka ratchet. He said, why is he yelling? He sound like he in pain. That's sad, not impressive. Wow. Yeah, man. Somebody sent me that not too long ago. All right. It says ew. It says filthy language and alcohol. He says, wow, a cursing preacher and whatnot. So this is another story about that situation in Ghana. It's another another website. All right. So they stated right here, police have claimed to have tracked down the girl and take her in their protection along with her mother. The practice of child marriage in Ghana continues, though it has come down significantly. Wow, excuse me for the pop-up. All right. It says, according to the BBC, the people in this backward country are also angry at the high priest because his office has defended the marriage, calling it customary and ceremonial. Wow. So his people agree with it. His people agree with it. He says everybody perverted. No, everybody ain't perverted. You understand? Everybody is not perverted. You know what I mean? I don't know who you talking for. Tony Harvin ain't perverted, so I think you need to fix that one. You know what I mean? You need to fix that one. You know? All right? So some people are perverted. Some. All right? So Sion. He says, be holy, Duell. Listen, he ain't letting that go. He is not gonna let them extra wives go. Well, they call them wives and whatnot. He says that little girl looks scared stiff. That's disgusting. Nicole Martin. He says God in the video must be Muslim. No, he's a Hebrew Israelite. Hebrew Israelite. So-called Pastor Charles Duell. We did a video on him, having multiple wives and whatnot. And he has another young wife. Now, he can only have legal documents on his first wife. only on his first wife. I think they've been married for quite a while. But what they do is they call the other women wives too, but they can't go out and do paperwork because it's against the law. But they will deem them as their second, third, fourth, and fifth wife in the house themselves. And they manipulate the scriptures to try to justify that. All right, appreciate that, Nicole Martin. Shout out to you. Appreciate that. Sion says economy bad right now, so women would want to be dependent upon a man who's going to take care of them, no matter how old, no matter if he has other wives. Listen, I don't know about that. I think you need to correct that. Some women. Listen, let a woman just come and say, listen, I'm gonna depend on you to take care of me. What? Huh? What? That's all you're looking for is for Tony Harvin to take care of you? That ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry. I could do bad by myself. You understand? I could do bad by myself at the end of the day. If a woman just come out of nowhere, listen, you know what I mean? I'm interested, but I'm depending on you to come take care of me because the economy is bad. Well, if I got to get up and work, if I got to do Lyft and YouTube and whatnot, you know what I mean? Then you could get out there and work. Now, there's a difference, right? Because some women come off like that. Now, if you're coming off like that, I'm going to give you that type of answer. You know what I mean? But if there's a compatibility and we vibing and whatever the case may be, then that could be a decision like, okay, you know, maybe you should stay home if the money is right to that point, to that standard, whereas though the man can stay home and things like that. But of course, you would want the woman to take care of the household. But a lot of women out here, I'm not going to say all women, you know what I mean? Some women or a lot of women are lazy. They're lazy. Yeah, they could be a stay-at-home wife or mother, whatever the case may be, but they won't clean up or do nothing. They won't cook. They won't make breakfast. They won't make lunch. Nothing. You know what I mean? All right. You says, I'm just saying some women would want that. Well, yeah, okay, I agree. Now you said some. Okay, I can agree about that. I agree with you on that one. All right. He says, how would that even work? 4 wives under one roof. 4 wives under one roof. Like, how do women agree to something like that? You know what I mean? But in these days, a lot of people want to be in that, polygamy type of thing. You know what I mean? Before I deleted this female off my Facebook one time, she just kept putting Facebook statuses of, this is what I want, man. I really want a polygamy relationship or marriage and what have you on Facebook. And she would put up 2 women and a man, and she'd be like, man, I want this so bad. This is what I want. So some women out there, they want that. And there was another woman who I know from Jersey City. She wanted that in general. So you got some women out there that want that type of stuff, which is very strange and weird. You know what I mean? All right. Nicole Martin states that a lazy woman is unacceptable and it's an insult. Absolutely. He said he will have a favorite, I'm sure. A favorite. You said a favorite. Valerie Stewart. I got to have my own money. I am not looking for no man to take care of me. It's nothing like your own. Amen to that. Amen to that. Gladys says it's all about the money. Well, to some women, it is all about the money. That's all they value. That's all they want to think about is money. You know what I mean? Oh, this man look like he got a little bit of money. You know, he got a little Porsche. He got a little Benz and whatnot. He live alone. You know, he dressed nice. Wow, I'm interested. And that's the crazy part right there. All right. What's up, Latoya? You says, any agreed to polygamy marriage is a freak themselves. He says, by the way, greetings. Greetings to you. You know, you got a lot of freaks out here. You got a lot of them out here, man. That's why a lot of them are up in the ante and what they do and what they talk about in these music videos, like eating the groceries and whatnot. There's a lot of freaks out here, man. A lot of freaks. I think we was talking about. I had a video up about Holy Communion the other day, and you know, Gino, it was talking about taking the one cup during the Lord's Supper, and some people have issues with that. And somebody said something to that extent of tonguing different people down and eating the groceries. You know, people will go eat the groceries, but have a problem with taking Holy Communion. That's a crazy part right there. You understand? All right. Appreciate that, Sion. He says, money does not make you happy. You have to love the guy. He says, so Dwells is going up against the laws from the scriptures in the land, so he's fraudulently them Texans, right? Wow. Bible Battle says freaks be like, he says, behave like 1,000 bodies. Listen, I wouldn't put it past them neither. That might be too little for them. 1,000. What's up to David B? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. For sure. He says ill. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Absolutely, for sure. You know, people complain about, man, why we got to take Holy Communion with one cup? What about germs? What about bacteria? But you just ate the groceries not too long ago. You understand? You was just puff passing last year. Now when it has something to do with getting your soul right and things like that, now it's a problem. Now it's an issue. And whatnot. It's all good, Bible Battles. It's all good. What's up to End Thought? You said the adult females train the little girl how to function after marriage. So the females need to be condemned as well. Okay. Kingdom says, I'm going to need my own cup because people are out here being nasty. He says, even the marriage bed can be defiled, not supposed to be doing all of that extra stuff. Well, yo, y'all funny. Y'all funny, man. Y'all real funny. All right. Appreciate that, Nicole. Gino P says they wasn't worried about germs passing the bottle around or blunt. You're right. You're absolutely right. At Gino P. All right, we're 53 minutes in, and we're talking about the story with this 60-year-old so-called priest from Ghana who married a 12-year-old, and the police officials took the 12-year-old away along with her mother and things of that nature. So we're just discussing here. So I know some people in the background checking it out, which is appreciated. You know, we got the low riders in here who don't want to say nothing. You know what I mean? It's all good. All right. Nicole Moore says that the marriage bed is not defiled only if it's adultery. Well, that's something that, you know, I would recommend people to talk to a minister, because me personally, I wasn't talking about, you know, married people and stuff like that more so. All right, because if a married couple, listen, that's your bedroom. I'm not knocking on your door. Oh, let me listen in. Oh, let me peek through the keyhole and see what they doing. Wow, they got oranges in there. They got bananas in there. They got whipped cream in there. They got caramel. Wow. They got a steam in there to make the chocolate hot. That must be interesting. They got candles in there. Why are he holding that candle upside down on her back? I'm not I'm not interested. I'm not interested in that. But of course, people do crazy stuff in their bedrooms. They do. It's a bunch of freaks out here. You understand? You understand? But listen, I'm like this, man. Hey, listen, the Lord sees it. You know what I mean? The Lord, the Lord sees it for sure. All right. You listen, some people are just crazy. All right. Sion says the old man is so disgustingly out of control right now. Old men. He says, there's no image on my end. It's just me. It says whipped cream and caramel steam to make the candle hot. Oh, man. What's up? Kingdom says, I'm speaking on the sin of sodomy, not just for homosexuality. Well, see, here's the thing. I think we had a conversation video. Or was it I think it was a debate. I think it was a debate on the other YouTube channel when they was talking about oral sex. And somebody brought that up. If the man and the woman is doing those type of acts in their bedroom. Like I said, listen, the Lord will see all of that. Whatever they're doing, the Lord sees it. Do I want to know what they're doing? No, I don't. You understand? No, I don't. You know what I mean? People do stuff like that. Stuff like that do happen in the bedroom, I'm pretty sure. Common sense wise. Not that I'm interested. Some people use animals. They use toys, fruits. You know what I mean? Peanut butter, jelly, relish, mayonnaise. You understand? A parrot. You know what I mean? Hey, but whatever they doing that's going contrary to the word in their bedroom, hey, that's on them. You understand? Probably want a cracker. That's on them. You understand? But you know what I mean? You're talking about the backside and what some people mentioned that as far as that being also sodomy when two people perform that act. You know what I mean? But like I said, the Lord sees it. And okay, I wouldn't want to know it, All right. He says, you cracked me up. For sure. Manny says, it's me sitting in the background just listening. Greetings, Brother Tony, and the rest of the brothers and sisters. Sometimes I just like to listen. For sure. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. You said, is it just me? No image. What are you talking about? No image. No image for what? Nicole Martin says, I just think if a person is married, it doesn't matter what they do in their bedroom. There is no sin in it. But I'll ask the minister, though. Yeah. Yeah, you know. For sure. Gino P says, I remember that debate. It was very interesting. Absolutely. I believe it was Brother Hayes and Khalid Mitchell. All right. Brother Hayes and Khalid Mitchell. Nicole Martin says peanut butter and jelly, relish, carrot, and mayonnaise. That's why I definitely don't eat from no one. Good point. Good point. Because you don't know where their hands been. You don't know where their hands been for sure. He says, true, that's exactly why I need my own communion cup. Henry Ross states that, so they took the girl away. You said good, but what about him? Is he locked up though? Well, I didn't read that in the articles and whatnot. You know, I didn't read that, but we will hope that they do lock him up. You understand? He says, I could hear you, but couldn't see anything. I'm good though. Oh, yeah, the image is good, the video is good and whatnot, all good over here. You know. I mean, oh yeah. You know, listen, people gonna do what they're gonna do in their bedroom and whatnot. You know, they're gonna put on Jodeci, they're gonna put on Jaheim. You can have anything. You understand? They're gonna put on Blackstreet. Before I let you go, can I get a good night kiss, baby? You know, they're gonna put on their little secular music to get it on. They're gonna do what they do. You know, get the massage oil and whatnot. People gonna do what they do. You know, and that's their business at the end of the day. But like I said, you know what I mean? I would recommend people to speak to a holy preacher upon certain things that you can and cannot do in the bedroom and whatnot. Not that you want, you know, a person in your business, but you just want to make sure that even you're doing things that is not contrary to the word of God, even in your bedroom with your spouse. You know what I mean? You want to make sure of that. All right? Nicole Martin says, I came in late. So how many wives did he have before her? Well, I don't know. They didn't put it in the article. If you're talking about the 60-year-old preacher who married, so-called preacher who married the 12-year-old. Now, we also talked about Charles Duell. I think he had 3 wives. But so somebody sent me the video and a bunch of information. I guess they was a part of his church or something like that. And they said that girl was his 4th wife. They got married last November. All right. Bible Battle says, did you get hit with the storm? Nope. Nope. No storm over here in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's pretty decent out here. Pretty smooth. Everything is good. All right. You says now bestiality is definitely against the rules. Bestiality. You know what I mean? Some people have you know, their pet dog in the room while they getting it on. You understand? Some people tongue their dogs down. It's true. Some people tongue their dogs down. I mean, it's a it's a sad thing that people would do that. Like, yo, who would kiss a dog? Yo, who would kiss a dog like that? I mean, look at this one right here. Like, this is sad right here. I mean, she is tonguing this dog down. You got some sick people out here like that. Sick. All right. Gino P says, God definitely doesn't agree with grocery eating or any backside play. Grocery eating. That's one of the most disgustingest things I ever heard. Ever. That is pure nastiness. You got waste coming out of there. Parasites. You know what I mean? And people want to put their mouthpieces on that. You know what I mean? They want a human chocolate sundae, groceries. And then they're going around kissing babies and whatnot. How you go from eating groceries, then you're gonna go and try to talk to somebody in their face? That's crazy. He says, DJ Tony, Williams says they also have that mess on adult film sites. He says mankind is getting worse. I remember I said that, Nicole Martin. I said that a while ago in conversations and whatnot. I remember I said that. I sure did. You know, people doing their dogs. You know what I mean? Like I said before, a long while ago. You know, Jodeci. Hello or forever, my lady. Some people are replacing that. Hello, my cat, or forever, my dog, or hello, my cat. Marrying their dogs and marrying their cats. It's crazy. G. Swole says it's sad how weird things are becoming normal, that people looking at me weird for still upholding righteous morals. That's deep. It's deep right there. He says, don't Canada have a rule that they can have sex with their pets, but not the other way frontward? Sick. Canada. Let me look that up. Let me see upon that with Canada and what have you. All right. Let me see. I'm looking it up right now. If I can find the news article on that one. But that's crazy right there, if that is allowed out there in Canada and what have you. All right. So we're gonna share the screen right quick so see if we can answer your question or your comment at Henry Ross. So we're looking it up right now. So it says in 2016, the Supreme Court of Canada held RV DLW that Canada's bestiality offenses does not prohibit non-penetration sexual acts with the animal. Wow. Every person who commits bestiality is guilty of indictable offense and liable to imprisonment for a term. Okay. What let me see. What I think it is that in Canada, they can't penetrate an animal. But whatever else they do out there, I guess is justified, which is still sick. You understand? He says, I'm throwing up. He said, human chocolate sundae. Y'all funny. Y'all funny. Bible Battle says, uncleanness is uncleanness. Sodom and Gomorrah. What's up to Solomon? All is well. We good. We chilling. We having a conversation about this 63-year-old priest out of Ghana. We also talking about Charles Duell and a little bit of bestiality right now. You understand? Nicole Martin says, I'll never forget you said that because I was cracking up. Bible Battle says the United States used to be a land of laws. When? When was this? Solomon says the priest perverted his life and thee canst not get into heaven because thy life is full of pedophile. It says, what's for dinner? I want salmon, excuse me. Well, I don't know. Maybe turkey burger and French fries for me. I usually got my little grill, for my turkey burgers, and I put my fries in the oven and whatnot. So maybe I'll have that later. I'm not sure. You know? All right. G. Swole says, I'm not going to lie. It's hard getting to upload righteous morals when unrighteous is really growing larger by the day that got me feeling alone. Wow. Appreciate that, guys. Excuse me. Appreciate that. Kingdom says, it's sick. Lust demon always gets worse. That's why you got people sexually abusing babies. Wow. You says, wait, what we talking about right now? I'm lost. Well, they're talking about bestiality right now. You know what I mean? And merging back and forth between the story that's in the title, along with a man having multiple wives, and whatnot. All right. Henry Ross says the devil really thinks he's slick. He got all them sick people that are in his churches. He says, God sad. What's up, the bless? Shout out to you. Sandra Moore. You says, hope everyone is doing well. God Almighty bless and keep us safe daily. Absolutely. He says, I'm from a blue state, and they have the bail reform, catch and release, in New York City. What is that? Catch and release. What is that? Let me know. All right. So we're here covering this story with this 60-year-old a so-called priest and whatnot who married a 12-year-old girl and in Ghana. And the police have taken the girl away to put her in protective custody, her and her mother at Solomon and whatnot. All right. He says catching and releasing Obama came up with. I don't know what that is. It's my first time hearing about that. Catching and releasing. Let me look that up right quick. Catch and release. We're going to put, it says New York City law. Right? Catch and release. All right? I really don't, if you're talking about crimes, you says the illegals, they catch them but release them. Oh, okay. You're talking about the illegals and whatnot. You says nobody goes to jail. Wow. All right, we're coming to a conclusion. So if you got any last closing remarks, feel free to leave it in the chat room for sure. Now, I don't know. I might come back on again later. We'll see. And whatnot. We can have another conversation about something else. But if you got any last closing remarks, feel free to leave it in the chat room as we conclude this topic. You understand? As we conclude this story and it's live. All right. G Swole. You says, does God consider that marriage with that older priest and little girl as unrighteous to let her divorce him? That type of question, you got to speak to a minister about that. You understand? You got to speak to a minister about that, a holy preacher upon that, and whatnot. All right. You two be blessed at Kingdom. You said, yes, crimes are rampant, no law and order. Peace out to Henry Ross, to you too. God bless to everybody out there. We had a good conversation and whatnot about a few topics. So Lord willing, I'll be on later. We shall see, or we're just going to drop another short as we do often. And I definitely appreciate everybody for coming on here, tuning in, having this conversation and whatnot. And all the new subscribers coming to this channel and what have you. It's a blessing to have you guys on here and whatnot as this channel grows day by day. You know what I mean? It's a blessing that I definitely appreciate, you know what I mean, that the Lord has blessed me with having this second channel that's doing pretty well. All right. Sandra says, thanks for sharing, brother. Agape love, appreciate that. What's up to Stardust? He says, good afternoon, everyone. This dude is sick, marrying a 13-year-old Val. All right. Appreciate that at David B. Hope everybody have a blessed day. I'm Tony Harvin. I'm signing off. All right. I'm out. Peace.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to the Tony Harvin Network YouTube channel. If you like, hit that subscribe button listed right here. After you hit the subscribe button, if you want to receive all notifications of videos that come out on this YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and select all after you hit the notification bell.